What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video here back on Madden 22. As today we're going to be rebuilding the New England Patriots. Before we get into today's video though, guys, of course you can leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out grow the channel tremendously and be greatly appreciated. So the New England Patriots have come in as a team, obviously without Tom Brady anymore. They had Tom Brady for a very long time, competed for Super Bowl year after year. They now have Mac Jones and Bill Belichick, of course, not on the video game, but we do have Bill Belichick in real life. This game we have Griffin Murphy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know who the hell Griffin Murphy is. Is that even a real person? Because I have no idea. But this is what the team looks like. So we got Mac Jones, Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. I mean, the team's actually not too bad. I actually kind of like what I'm seeing. Definitely the offensive line is really good. Other than the left guard, Damian Harris is solid, or Mondre Stevenson's had some good games here and there. But the wide receiver core could be better, obviously. Nelson Aguilar, they gave a lot of money to because of his year with the Las Vegas Raiders. And then defensively, this is what we look like, Christian Barrymore. But we haven't even generated the best lineup yet. So does this team get better at all? Kyle Van Noy, Kyle Duggar. Okay, so there's actually a lot of solid pieces here on this team. So I feel pretty good about what we're going to be able to build here. So first and foremost, I mean, tackling, maybe just getting a simple left guard who's gonna just continue to grow with this team would probably be like the first thing I kind of want to do. So Trent Brown, and I'm pretty sure this team's not gonna have a ton of cap space either, because I remember last offseason they kind of went crazy. This offensive line is very veteran-like, but that's fine. That's not the big of a deal. Offensive linemen tend to not go down too much, which is good. We do have one young 23-year-old. Tight ends look good. Like I said, a wide receiver would probably be solid. I like Jacoby Myers. He is an impending free agent. And then James White, totally forgot about him. Got hurt before the season even started, or really into the new season. Dante Hightower, Kyle Van Noy. I'm pretty sure. Then Matthew Judon. I even really recognize Matthew Judon, who's having a really good year for the Patriots. So Devin McCourty, of course, is going to go down overall. So there's actually quite a bit of veterans here that I feel like we could probably try to make a move on. Chris Winovich is 26, so actually he could play right in technically. So all right, I feel pretty good about what I'm seeing. I think we could definitely build a championship team pretty quickly today. I really do. So it's just a matter, of course, trying to put the pieces all together to make it happen. So let's go ahead and get started with making some trades, of course. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props website that allows you bet overs or unders on players, and all you're doing is going up against numbers. Let me show you how it works. So during the Christmas holidays season, while I was taking a little bit of a break, I decided, to play some Prize Picks like I usually do, and I had some pretty good success. Thursday, December 23rd, bet the over on Deebo Samuel's 40.5 receiving yards, absolutely crushed that number. It was so low. And Ryan Tannehill squeezed by with over 3 completions for 19 pass completions. Got myself a huge win there. And then on Christmas Day, the Knicks and the Hawks, I decided to obviously take Prize Picks promo that they were doing, having Julius Randle listed at 0.5 points. And then John Collins barely squeezed by with 20 over 19.5. But hey, that's still a win. Almost still counts. And then also on Christmas Day, LeBron James also was listed as a promo, only over half a point, and of course he crushed it with 39. And I went over on Kyler Murray's rushing yards because I thought it was super low, and he decided to obviously get 69. If you would like to join in on this fun, the link's in the description. Use promo code Crushables when you sign up. So we're starting the video off with a bit of a banger. We're going to go ahead and get a 86 overall left guard to pretty much complete the offensive line. We're trading our second round pick this upcoming draft, but I mean, the offensive line is really freaking good now. I mean, 81 or above is probably the best offensive line I think I've ever had in a rebuild before. So I feel pretty good about the move we made there. So I think it was definitely worth it. So we did trade our second round pick, of course, but I feel really good about what we were able to accomplish. And we also have a left tackle right behind Trent Brown, who is 25-star development. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But other than that, offensively, we'll come back to, because I do want to try to get a wide receiver, but we could potentially just wait for Devontae Adams in the offseason if we want to. And then defensively, again, there is actually quite a bit of veterans that I'm kind of leaning towards maybe potentially trading away. We have Daniel Wise, we have McCourty, who's going to go down overall, Kyle Van Noy, Dante Hyde. I mean, I think the secondary, everyone here is pretty young. Jonathan Jones, 27. Duggar is 25. And then J.C. Jackson, I believe, is somewhat young as well. So we have that going for us. But the linebacker core is a little bit up there in age. I'm a little nervous about them going down overall. So kind of want to take advantage of them now, if you get what I'm saying. So the next move we're going to be making is sending both of our end rushers to the Giants for Dexter Lawrence. The reason why we do that is because we have a star development left in, or right in, I believe it was. We have Chris Winovich. So now our defensive line is a star development and a hen development. So defensive line pretty much taken care of. That's why we made that trade. Next move we're going to be making is sending Devin McCourty over to the Los Angeles Chargers. Devin McCourty is 34 years old. Going to go down on overall 1,000%. So instead we're grabbing two young pieces to the puzzle that are both star development. So obviously getting rid of Devin McCourty makes this worse in the, in the now. But again, like I said, we do have now a star development free safety and our star development middle linebacker. Dante Hightower is still another guy I think I want to trade away. I still want to trade away Calvin Noy. So we're still definitely not done making trades yet. So I was attempting to get Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins, and then I just couldn't get it to go through. I was really close, but unfortunately there's not enough slots in Madden to make like crazy trades like that. But Dante Hightower and Bentley going over to the Miami Dolphins for a second round overall, or second round draft pick. So basically a draft pick. And trust me when I say we had a ton of depth at the middle linebacker in order to just go ahead and make that trade happen. So now one thing I do want to point out is we have a star development outside linebacker. So now basically what I want to do is trade Kyle Van Noy and Jamie Collins Sr. for a middle linebacker. So that's kind of where we're at now. So we got a second round pick for the future, hopefully to help us out with wide receiver acquisition, whatever it may be. So I feel decent about that, but I still want to address getting a middle linebacker before we call it quits here. Definitely got a little bit younger, but we'll be getting Isaiah Simmons from the Arizona Cardinals. And just like that, we have a very young defense, veteran offensive line. And yeah, I feel pretty good about what we were able to make happen. So I'm going to go ahead and move Matthew Judon to the right outside linebacker. That way we have all of our star development or better playing. And then I'm a little nervous about Judon potentially. I honestly feel like I should probably be trading him, but I really don't want to at the same time since he's having such a great year for the Patriots. So Matthew Judon, and we'll have that. So this is what the defense is going to look like. This is what the offense is going to look like. So, I mean, I don't really know what to expect this year. Definitely need a weapon on the wide receiver side of things, but hopefully Mac Jones can just be Mac Jones and manage the game. Hopefully, get us some wins or whatever it may be. So I feel pretty good about the moves we made. That took quite a bit of time, but hopefully it was all worth it. Let's go ahead and get straight in to the playoffs. Hopefully anyway. Let's see if we can make it. So season number 1 has come to an end as we finish up 8 and 9 are in the wild card. So I guess we did make the playoffs. We went 8 and 9, won our division. So we get a home field game. That is the beauty of NFL rules. If you win your division, even if you go 7 and 10 or whatever it may be, if you win your division, you get a home game no matter what. That has been a big gaping hole. I feel like I get it. I get the reward, but at the same time, it almost feels kind of silly at the same time. So looking at the lineup real quick, just kind of want to see what everybody's looking like. So offensively, everyone still looks good. Mac Jones is down 1 morale, I guess. Kendrick Bourne. We got Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar. I was able to come to an agreement with everybody I needed to come to an agreement with too as well. That was pretty exciting. So basically we have pretty much the whole lineup coming back and then some. We're going to have like, roughly around $20 million in cap space. So basically I want to use that money for a wide receiver. That's what we really need the most. So here we go. Let's go take a look at the stats before we get into the playoffs. Obviously, we're probably going to get bounced in the first round. Mac Jones, 24 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Not very good at all, but hopefully he bounces back next year. Rushing wise, Damian Harris, actually pretty solid year, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. And then receiving, Nelson Aguilar actually had 1,200 yards. So actually, Nelson Aguilar was pretty productive this year. So Kendrick Bourne, 900. Hunter Henry, 900. And then if we take a look at the defense, if we look at the sacks, we had Matthew Judon with 9, so at least he got, was leading the team in sacks. Kyle Duggar with 4 interceptions. All right, here we go. Can we win? That's the question. Can we beat the Browns? I doubt it, but hey, you never know. If only we had Bill Belichick, man. Maybe we'd beat Cleveland. I feel like Bill Belichick would beat Cleveland in the first round, and hey, we did it anyway. 27-24. Let's get it. Just like that, we are into the divisional. So did not expect that at 8-9 record, and once again, we are playing at home. So, I mean, let's go. I mean, this is what you want. This is what you want. So, let's even get to the AFC Championship, and we are going to lose 30-20. Hey, it was a good run, though. Pretty solid run, I would say. So, not too upset at all. We at least got to the divisional round. We won in the first round. So now we have more work to do. So I feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish So basically, if I'm able to afford Devontae Adams, I might go for him, but we're probably not going to be able to. We have like, yeah, not a lot of money to our name. So Tampa Bay, Kansas City. So a rematch here, and Kansas City ended up winning this time. So no dominant performance by the Bucs defense. All right, let's go to next week, the resigning stage. I believe we don't have anyone we really need to resign. So I think we're going to have more cap space than what it was just showing us there, by the way. No, $60 million is what we're going to have. So not a ton at all. So players trying to negotiate. I don't believe there was anybody, like I said, important to grab. Adrian Phillips, I'm not going to, lose sleep over. So yeah, no, I'm good. Nick Folk, I mean, our kicker, but we can always get a kicker or whatever. So, all right, let's go into stage 1 of free agency, where I kind of figured we weren't going to have cap space. $17 million is all we get. So yeah, 88 overall offense though. So offensive line definitely is really good. Devontae Adams is sitting here in free agency. I mean, if I can get him, I would like him, but I don't really know if I'm able to even afford a guy like him. So $14 million, that'd be all my money. But it would be worth it. Yeah, we can't. He probably isn't going to accept us at first, so I'll lower it a little bit. And okay, so 68 total point offer, 1000% not going to accept that. So we might as well move on. We can grab Odell or something like that. That was a little bit of a rumor. Michael Gallup would be solid. I guess we could go for like a Michael Gallup, or to be honest, kind of makes me just want to trade for one. I don't think we're going to get Devontae Adams, so I might as well just go and scan, the free or the trade market and try to get a wide receiver that way. But just in case, let's see if Devontae Adams decide to accept. Probably did not, obviously. Yeah, he's gonna wait it out. He's like, yeah, that was a good try and all, but okay, we're still his #1 offer. So all right, you know what? I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna go ahead and simulate to next week, see if he decides to accept it. All right, it's kind of a low ball offer, but hey, if we get Devontae Adams, we're walking away. Let's go. Okay, just like that, we brought in Devontae Adams. That was actually pretty easy. I did not expect it to be that easy. All right, let's take a look at the lineup now. So you have Devontae Adams, Nelson Aguilar, and Kendrick Bourne, and Jacoby Myers. Plenty of weapons on offense now. Plenty. The offense looks great. 86 overall. Mac Jones has plenty of tools to work with. All right, defensively, Judon. So defensively, we could be better. Obviously, it's a young defense, but I feel pretty solid about what we have going. I really do. The one thing I think that would be cool. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I think I'm content with what we have. This team is probably not Super Bowl worthy yet, but we do have a draft coming up, and I'm kind of curious to see how many draft picks or what draft picks we have. I know we can't really trade for anybody, especially after getting Devontae Adams, but we do have our first, second, third. So yeah, we have the ability to draft a couple of solid players as well. So one thing I do want to say about the draft class is someone recommended that I change the draft class. I tried to do that, and Madden wouldn't let me connect to their servers. Of course, for some reason, it said I could not get to the community share, so couldn't really download a different draft class. I'll try to experiment it with a little bit more off camera, but all right. Let's get into the draft, where we can go ahead and draft a couple of solid players, hopefully to help boost this team even more. But I feel pretty good about the offseason we just had. Obviously, bringing in Devontae Adams for pretty cheap. So let's get it. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can draft the next NFL superstar. Let's get to our draft pick. I'm just going to go for the first 3 rounds and then call it good. So we have pick number 26. So nothing great, obviously. Probably not going to be able to get anybody that good, I would imagine. We have Kenyon Green, Malik Willis, Zion Nelson. Okay. Carson Strong. What? I mean, I don't even really know what we need, to be honest. Josh Joby. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead. What scouting do we don't have a scouting on any of these guys really. Isaiah Spiller. Let's see what this man's looking like. Catching is an A. B. Okay. D spin move. B trucking. B short route. Hey, this guy might actually be solid. He's a hidden development running back. So did we need a running back? I don't know, but he looked good, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take him. So Isaiah Spiller, welcome to the Patriots. And we also had an early second-round pick, probably from the Dolphins trade we made. So that's pretty cool. All right, we have Kenyon Green on the board, Traylon Burks. I'm thinking of just taking Kenyon Green here. I mean, we have plenty of weapons on the wide receiver spot. So Kenyon Green, I believe, is solid. If I remember, injury, lead block, pass block, finesse, A stamina. He is a normal development left guard. So that was an L. That was an L draft pick. So we basically traded Dante Hightower, which is I think a guy that the Patriots fans probably love, and he probably wouldn't go down in overall like crazy in real life, obviously, but well, I mean, there's no overalls in real life, but you get what I'm saying. He probably wouldn't like be that bad, but in Madden, unfortunately, guys start to go down in overall after 30. So That's why I kind of made the move. All right, we have 100% completion rating on Nolan Smith, potential undrafted free agent talent. That is what you guys are scouting. Potential undrafted free agents. Okay, gotcha. We have Nick Broker here as well. D pass block. I don't even really know what I want anymore. F stamina. C. That guy looks horrible. Okay. Let's try. Okay, we already know that he is a potential. What about Xavier Thomas? What does this guy look like? Okay, at this point, I really don't think I'm gonna get a good player here. Strong safety, Damani Richardson. D man coverage. B catching. F play recognition. Oh my goodness. Okay. At this point, I mean, what do we even really grab, to be honest? We grabbed this left tackle. B pass block, C awareness. I mean, he's the best player I've seen so far. Probably be a normal development, but whatever. So, okay. At least we got a hidden development running back out of this, I guess. I don't know. Man, the draft is so tough sometimes. But hey, I still feel good. The fact that we got a, running back that could be pretty good for us. So at the end of season number 2, we ended up winning our division again, but this time not 8-9, we went 12-5. So really solid year out of the New England Patriots. Like I said, we pretty much had a roster put together. I came into a really good situation today. Usually that doesn't happen. So I'm pretty excited about obviously being 12-5. Hopefully this is going to lead to something good, but let's go ahead and take a look at the stats real quick. So looking at the player stats, we had 4,200 yards from Mac Jones, so definitely had a really bounce back year. 34 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Rushing wise, Damian Harris actually re-signed him for like stupid cheap, so I'm glad we got him back. Ramondre Stevenson had 12 rushing touchdowns as well. Isaiah Spiller 4 touchdowns, didn't get a lot of time, but then receiving, Devontae Adams, I mean, Nelson Aguilar got more yards than Devontae Adams, which is really sad, but Aguilar is 29 and I'm not going to be re-signing him. So 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yard season out of him. Again, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, 8 touchdowns. Okay, and then defensively, if we take a looking at our sacks, we had Matthew Judon once again with 12.5 sacks, 9.5 from Chase Winovich, 3 from Josh, and then we had 4 interceptions from JC Jackson, so earning every penny it looks like. And then Isaiah Simmons looks like he might have led in tackles, maybe. Yes, he did. So Isaiah Simmons was a great acquisition as well. Do want to take a look at the lineup real quick just to make sure, trying to check to see what everybody's overall is looking like. So before we get into this first round, so this is what we looking like. Mac Jones is an 86 overall. Damian Harris is an 89. Offensive line. So Isaiah Wynn is an impending free agent as well. But I mean, kind of noticed he wasn't even starting at left tackle for us. So I don't see the point of paying for 2 left tackles unless we were going to trade one of them. But our 24-year-old right tackle doesn't make sense to trade. So we could potentially, trade Trent Brown. But he's a 91 overall. And, like I said, offensive linemen don't go down in overall like crazy. But defensively, Matthew Judon, 90 overall. So everything looks good defensively. We do have some guys we need to negotiate with, but we'll figure that out. And then I guess we have a corner. That's a hidden development corner down here. Okay, pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can win in the first round. We are playing the Cincinnati Bengals, which in real life, they're pretty interesting to watch each and every week. All right, first round against the Bengals. Let's see what happens. And we are going to lose 17-14. Very disappointing ending to what a potential good season could have been. We don't have a ton of cap space going into this offseason, I don't think. So, I mean, the way, the ability to improve is going to be kind of wishy-washy. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But we are a 91 overall offense. Defensively is kind of where we're lacking, it appears. I mean, we have $47 million. So we actually do have the ability to get better this offseason. There is a couple guys, though, I will admit that I did not come to an agreement with. That I could potentially, be like, okay, maybe we should re-sign him. So, all right. I kind of wish I knew who's going to be a free agent because if we take a look at who I need to re-sign and who I shouldn't re-sign, Isaiah Wynn, like I said, there's really no point of keeping him. Trent Brown is playing left tackle, so I don't really see the point. So, Chase Winovich, I mean, 80 overall, 28-year-old. He's an 80 overall. Probably won't go up too much. Nasir Adderley, 26-year-old, then Jake Bailey. So, honestly, I think I'm content with testing the market. I really am. I mean, $40 million is going to be the ability to potentially sign like a couple of guys. I'm going to go ahead and give Jake Bailey a little bit of money as well. See if he'll accept this. And he just says, imagine franchise tagging a punter. It would cost me $3 million. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. That will be it. All right. Let's get into free agency, man. I should have franchise tagged the punter. I think that would have been hilarious. I should have done it and then not has said anything. Like, and then just like see how hard I get roasted in the comments by someone. Like, why the hell would you franchise? I don't know if anybody would notice, but whatever. So Terry McLaurin, imagine Terry McLaurin and Devontae Adams, bro. DK Metcalf is in free agency. We need to focus. We need to focus. We don't need wide receiver help. That would be Barkley's in free agency. I've never seen that before either. Okay, this free agency is kind of lit, low key. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what else we got? I mean, I don't really actually see a ton of. Okay, let's take a look at what we need first. So we needed an end rusher, I noticed, but man, I'm thinking DK or Terry paired up with Devontae. That sounds nasty as hell, bro. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Free safety, and Judon's actually down in normal development now, so this might be the offseason where, and JC Jackson's now a superstar development, so that's cool. But yeah, we might have to trade Matthew Judon now. He's been our best linebacker, but if he's going to be in normal development, I can't see the reason keeping him. So let's go ahead and start with that first. Let's trade Matthew Judon, and then let's focus on what we need in free agency. I'm not trading Matthew Judon here, but I was trying to trade Judon for Chase Young, and I got Chase Young to be my end rusher. He's only going to cost me $500K this year. I'm really going for it all right now, basically, so that's why we kind of did it. So now we can move Chase Young to the right side. We are still going to trade Matthew Judon, don't get me wrong, but we did just address a position of need with Chase Young, obviously. So I was, like I said, initially trying to trade away Matthew Judon for Chase Young, but that wasn't really working out. So because Washington had a little bit of interest, but now this is what the defensive line looks like. That looks great. We still need an outside linebacker and still need a free safety. So again, we're going back to the well and trading Matthew Judon. Trading Matthew Judon to the New York Giants for Xavier McKinney and Azeez Ojulari. So that is going to address everything we needed defensively. Now I will say, Chase Young and JC Jackson, obviously the stars of the defense. I mean, I ideally would like a little bit more, but the fact that everyone's a star development is good enough. So now we're turning to the wide receiver position. This is where this is what I said. Terry McLaurin or DK Metcalf is going to be a New England Patriot. So McLaurin has 0 offers, and DK has 1 offer from the Philadelphia Eagles. Who is cheaper? That's what I'm wondering. DK would cost me $15 million against the cap, and Terry would cost me $16 million. That's because Terry's better, obviously. Just saying. DK Metcalf, though, sounds, I don't know. I mean, either way, it's going to be fun. I'm going to go for Terry McLaurin, though, just because Terry McLaurin's actually my favorite player, to be honest. He's the one good thing about Washington, so I will definitely have my way of getting Terry McLaurin here to pair him up with Devontae Adams. That sounds scary as hell. Scary Terry. All right. Now one thing I do want to look at before we go any further. So Zadarius Smith would be the best defensive player to grab. So, I mean, none of this. I could get a corner as well if I wanted to go for like another corner just for the hell of it. But I think if we just walk away with Scary Terry, I think we're in good standing. So, let's see if he accepts this first and foremost. So if we get him, Terry McLaurin, to be our new wide receiver next to Devontae Adams, that would be awesome. Just like that. Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, wide receiver duo. That would be hella scary, bro. Okay, so Mac Jones, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers as the third wide receiver. You just can't ask for anything better. You just can't. Defensively, again, man, I kind of just want to go for it all. I really do. So I'm looking at this team, and I like what I see for the most part. But for me, I think we should go for an outside linebacker that's just amazing. Zadarius Smith was in free agency, which would have been cool, but I've gotten him quite a bit. So I don't know how easy it's going to be, though, to get an outside linebacker that would be like absolutely amazing, but I just kind of want to go for it. I think if we can get like a superstar development outside linebacker, that's kind of my goal here. Don't know how easy it's going to be, but I'm going to give it a shot. Got exactly what we wanted. Superstar X Factor outside linebacker, round 2, round 3 draft pick, Azeez Ojulari for Jeremiah. I can't even say this guy's name, but he is a superstar X Factor. So, like I said, we basically have gone for it all this season. This is exactly where we wanted to be. So I feel pretty good about that. The only other thing that would make this even better is if I decided, you know what, let's go for an even better outside linebacker. I don't know if I'll do that, though. Probably not. So, okay, this is what the defense is looking like now. So this next season will probably be the last one no matter what, I would say. It would be fun, though, if we found a way to get like another outside linebacker who'd be like an absolute beast. Not an absolute beast when you initially think about it, but L. Wilson, superstar development. So we've gone for it basically. This was the full send it. This was the full send it offseason. Defense got way better. Offense got way better. Let's be honest, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to keep this team next year. So this is it. Like, I can't run it back for another season because there's no way I'd be able to afford everybody. It would just be probably impossible. So, okay. And low key, we still have more money to sign, like more free agents if we really wanted to. Lamar, Aaron Rodgers, Casey Hayward, Bobby Wagner, Younghoe Koo. Do we even have a kicker? We have Chris Blewett. That's the guy. Yeah, no thanks. Let's get Chris Blewett out of here. Okay. Younghoe Koo, we'll go for him real quick. But other than that, man. Oh, wait. Jake Bailey. Forgot we needed our punter back. Let's get him too. Okay. Now we are ready. We are ready to win the Super Bowl and bring a ring back to New England. Robert Kraft would be so happy. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. How the hell do we go from 12-5, upgrade the team like we did, and go 6-11? This got to be some kind of sick joke, right, EA? What is happening? What happened? We just got like the best offseason ever, and you're telling me all we can get out of that is 6-11? That's it? There's no way we can keep everybody. I have to end the video on 6-11, dude. There's no freaking way. 6-11? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.